The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "If your virtue goes no deeper than that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. You have learned how it was said to our ancestors, 'You must not kill,' and if anyone does kill, he must answer for it before the court. But I say this to you, anyone who is angry with his brother will answer for it before the court. If a man calls his brother fool, he will answer for it before the Sanhedrin. And if a man calls him renegade, he will answer for it in hellfire. So then, if you are bringing your offering to the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your offering there before the altar. Go and be reconciled with your brother first, and then come back and present your offering. Come to terms with your opponent in good time while you are still on the way to the court with him. Or he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge to the officer, and you will be thrown into prison. I tell you solemnly, you will not get out till you have paid the last penny." The Gospel of the Lord. In the first reading, we heard from the book of prophet Ezekiel. God said, "Am I likely to take pleasure in the death of a wicked man and not prefer to see him renounce his wickedness and live?" This means God doesn't like to see the evil things, evil actions of a person. If you read the book of Genesis, after the fall of Adam and Eve, God himself said, "I regret creating the human beings." So even God regretted creating Adam and Eve once they failed to do his command. They did not listen, because God created the human beings in his image and likeness, and he gave his own life. He gave his soul, which is immortal. The purpose was to love him, to serve him, to know him, to worship him, to glorify him, to work with him in the garden or in the world. But this purpose was lost. So that is what God regretted, creating the human beings. But later on, God again recreating. That is what we find in the life of Noah, how God destroyed people by flood. Only Noah and his family members were saved. That means there were remnants of people to follow God's command. And still, there are some people, they are following God's command. In the second reading, in the Gospel, we heard from the Gospel of Matthew about the reconciliation. What is the cause or reason of murder or killing? The reason of murder or killing is anger. So anger is the main reason to kill anyone, to spoil anybody's life, to destroy anyone. So, in order to resolve killing, we need to be reconciled. So that is what Jesus is telling. If you are not reconciled with your own brothers or sisters, when you are coming to the altar of the Lord to offer something or to pray something, you go first and be reconciled. Jesus came into this world to reconcile between God and the people. All the prophets, messengers of God, were sent to bring reconciliation between God and people. So reconciliation is very, very important. No matter how much our enemies or opponents are doing against us. So this is what we find the new teaching of Jesus. The new teaching of Jesus is we must show our one cheek if somebody is slapping on the other cheek. We have to go 1 more mile if somebody is asking to walk 1 mile. We have to always love and serve. And we have to forgive our enemies even though they hurt us. On the cross, Jesus forgave his enemies. He could have punished them, saying, "Be destroyed," means all could have been destroyed. But he said, "Lord, Father, forgive them, they do not know what they are doing." So this is the new teaching of Jesus. Being Christians, followers of Jesus, we need to accept the new teachings of Jesus, not the old teaching. The new teaching. The new teaching is, as I have loved you, you must love one another. As I have washed your feet, you must wash the feet of others. And forgive your enemies. Being Christians, let us experience the meaning of forgiveness in our life. So that is what we have the sacrament of reconciliation or penance Jesus instituted, where we reconciled with God and with the people. With repentant heart and mind, let us pray in this Mass that we may always experience God's forgiveness in our life, and let us forgive one another, those who have done wrong to us. Who can forgive? Not the ordinary person, not the weak person, only the strong person, one who experiences the true love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness of God. Only that person can forgive his or her enemies. May the good Lord bless us all in this Mass.